parenchyma tissue are two types, that is sclerenchyma and parenchyma. Sclerenchyma it is help in photosynthesis and parenchyma it help in buoyancy or floating of the plants in water. It have large air vacuoles for that plants are float in the water. Then another one is collenchymatous tissue. It is another type of simple permanent tissue. It is flexibility, and because of that it allows easily bending of the some parts of the plant, that is leaf and stem. It also provides mechanical support to the plants. Cells are also living and thickened at the kernel. This parenchymatous tissue have cells and thickened at the kernel, and little intercellular spaces are present in between the cell. Then it is present the leaf struck below the epidermis. So third one is sclerenchymatous tissue. It is make the plant hard and stiff. Cells are mostly dead. Long and narrow cell wall are present and thickened due to a chemical substance, that is lignin. No intercellular spaces are present between them. It also provides strength to the plants, and it is present when of leaves and covering of the seed. So this is all about the simple permanent tissue. Pause this video and notes about the note this is, and it is all about the simple permanent tissue. Next we discuss about the complex permanent tissue. This is complex permanent tissue. It is two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem are vascular bundle. They constitute vascular bundle. Inside the vascular bundle, xylem and phloem are present. Xylem and phloem are also called conductive tissue because it conducts water and minerals, and also conduct prepared food from leaves to the all parts of the plant body. Then first we see about the xylem. Xylem have thick cell wall. Most are dead cells. It consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. So the function of tracheids and vessels, its structure is tubular structure, allow them transport water and minerals from them, and the function of xylem parenchyma, it stored food. Parenchyma is stored food. Then another is xylem fiber. Xylem fiber. It is supportive in function. So this is the constituent of xylem. Next we see the phloem. It is also one type of conducting tissue. It conducts prepared food from. We already know that food are prepared in leaves, and it is transported to different parts of the plants. So the prepared food are transferred through the phloem, and it consists of phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber, side tube. It is tubular in structure and companion cell. So I repeat again. Complex permanent tissue are two types, that is xylem and phloem. Both are called conductive tissue, or they consist of vascular bundles. So the xylem is called water and mineral transporting tissue, and phloem are called food transporting tissue. So Xylem have thick cell wall and most of them are dead cell. Xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. So tracheids are tubular in structure, allow them to transport water and minerals, and xylem parenchyma store food for them, and xylem fiber are supportive in function. Then phloem is called food conducting tissue. It conducts food from leaves to the different parts of the plants. It consists four type of tissue, that is phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber, side tube and companion cell. Now we discuss about the epidermis. It is the outermost covering of the plant. It is made up of single layer of cell, and here no intercellular spaces are present between them, and it support in plants. It protect plants from mechanical injury, fungal infections, etc. Then small spores are present in the leaf of the leaf, that is called stomata, and it is help in exchanging of gases. That means it is help in exchange of gas and also help in transpiration. Transpiration means water are converted into as a form of vapor and released from the leaf, and all transpiration happen through the stomata. Stomata consists of two kidney cells, that is called guard cells, and in between two guard cells small spore are present, and help of these spore water and gases are released from the leaf of the plant. Then root also contains some epidermis cell, and that is help in the absorption of water from the soil. So this is all about the plant tissue. Next we will discuss about the animal tissue. Animal tissue are also four types. That is, first one is epithelial tissue, second is connective tissue, third muscular tissue, fourth is nerve tissue. Different types of epithelial tissue are present inside our body. First is squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal, columnar, stratified squamous tissue. It is present inside our body. Then connective tissue, it is also different types. That means bone, blood, etc. Then muscular tissue, it is voluntary muscle, involves in voluntary muscles or involuntary muscles. The last is nerve tissue. Pause this video and know it. covering or protecting tissue. It cover our body or protect the mechanical injury from our body. Cover most organ and cavities. It form barrier to separate different system. Cells are tightly packed. The epithelial cells are tightly packed, and in between mostly no intercellular spaces are present or no cementing substance are present. It is a four type. First is squamous epithelial tissue. Second is stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Third is columnar and fourth is cuboidal. So first see the squamous epithelial tissue. It is thin and flat. It is present in skin lining and oesophagus lining of our body. Then stratified squamous tissue arranging pattern of layer in our body. It is prevent wear and tear from our body. Third one is see columnar. It secretes. It is present in intestine. It absorbs and secretion of many substances. Third one is cuboidal. It is called salt and present in the lining of the kidney and salivary gland. So this is about epithelial tissue. Next to see the connective tissue, another animal tissue, that is connective tissue. Connective tissue. First, blood, a jelly-like substance present in our body, that is called plasma, and in plasma, in plasma, RBC means red blood cells, WBC and platelets are floating. Then bone. Connective tissue. Then first we discuss about the blood. Blood is the connective tissue because it carries oxygen from lungs to the different part. It supply oxygen and also through blood release waste materials like urine and CO2 gas from our body. So it is also called connective tissue. Then bone are another connective tissue. Bone is another example of connective tissue. Bone is a femur. It protects our body or our organ from mechanical injury. It protects our organ and it is made up of calcium and phosphorus matrix. It have different types, that is ligaments and tendon. Ligaments joins the two bones. It is present in between the two bones, and tendons are joins the bone to muscles. So this is also called connective tissue. Bones are non-flexible. It is not flexible. It cannot bend, but at the place of ligaments, here two bones are joints, and here the bones are bent, and tendons are joints the muscles too. It is present in between the bone and muscles. Then areolar, it is another type of connective tissue. It connects the skin to muscles. Skin to muscles. So this is the connective tissue or animal connective tissue. Next, muscular tissue. Muscular tissue. Muscle cells are elongated and it is made up of contractile protein, and for the contractile in our muscles are contract and relax. Contraction and relaxation of our muscles, we move through the contraction and relaxation of our muscles. It is two types, that is voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. The muscles which move or which controlled by our will are called voluntary muscles. Like our hand is moved according to our wish, voluntary. And involuntary muscles means the moment which we cannot control by our will are called involuntary muscles. So involuntary, example of involuntary muscles are movement of our heart, Next, see the nerve tissue. It transfer information from it is present in brain spinal cord. It is also called neuron. Neurons contain one long axon and dendrites. So nerve tissue help in supply impulses. It have nucleus, dendrites, axon, nerve ending. Here other nerve tissue are connected, and this is the dendrite of this is the dendrite of another nerve tissue, and because of that stimulus are supplied to our body. So this is all about the tissue of our body and tissue of plants. So this chapter is, and pause this video and notes all about the plant tissue and animal tissue